Hey, I'm Eric. I'm listening to 100 albums in 100 days. For all the details on what I'm doing and why, check out the video pinned in my profile. Today I listened to the 1991 album Blood Sugar Sex Magik from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Let me start by saying that I have never been a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, and all I've ever heard from them was what was on the radio. So this album got added to a list because it was a suggestion of a friend. I asked several people for some suggestions because I was trying to get albums that I'd never heard before. And my friend mentioned Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I was like, immediately no. And he's like, isn't this exactly why you're doing this, the whole project, is to hear things you've never listened to and to experience new music and to have it, listen to something with fresh ears? And I was like, God, I hate you. Okay, I'll put them on the list. And so I put them on the list, knowing full well it was going to be a hard sell. Let me start by saying that Chad Smith, Flea, and John Frusciante are some of the best musicians in the business. They probably get undersold a little bit, but those guys can rock a groove like just as well as anybody else, any other band in the business. They can play funk, they can play rock, they can they just groove, and they write some nasty grooves. Especially on this album, there's a lot of songs that have just a great sounding groove in the background. I think my biggest problem with the Red Hot Chili Peppers is I just don't like Anthony Kiedis. I don't like his voice. I don't like the way he raps or sings or whatever you want to call it. I don't connect with any of their songs. And I say I didn't connect with any of the songs in this album, save for one. I've always liked Under the Bridge, and that's only because it reminds me of my first big boy job when I was getting out of college. The girl that sat in the cube next to me, and God bless it, I can't remember her name. I think it was, it doesn't matter. Anyway, she had her radio on all the time. And there were 3 songs that were always playing at that time on the radio, just in heavy rotation, and Under the Bridge was one of them. And so whenever I hear that song, it always reminds me of sitting in that cube in Edmond, Oklahoma, and hearing that play on the radio. And that's the only reason I like that song. But I like that song. I can sing along with it. It's got an incredibly hard guitar part. I've tried playing it, and it is incredibly hard. John Frusciante, he may have had his issues with substance abuse, but that dude could play guitar. Anyway, off of this whole album, that's probably the only song I connected with in its totality. Like I said, there are a lot of songs that have just a tremendous groove to them in the background that get really funky, and they can play some rock too. But I just cannot connect with Anthony Kiedis. I don't know why. I guess it's just personal taste. Maybe if they had a different lead singer, I might be more of a fan. I don't know, but they don't. He is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, just like all the rest of them are. So I gave it a whirl. I really did. I listened to this album all the way through. I did not skip a song. I rewound a couple, but overall I just did not connect with anything other than the one I mentioned. It's just that is what it is. There's just bands and I'm sure there are plenty of bands that I like that some of you out there are like, those bands suck. That's our prerogative, right? So I gave it a shot. There are a couple of other songs that I've heard from the Red Hot Chili Peppers that I do like. I do like Give It Away, I guess. I like Give It Away. And I like That may be it. I don't know. I'm out to try to rack my brain, trying to remember other Red Hot Chili Pepper songs, and I can't. So those may be the only two songs I like from them. But hey, I gave it my best. I listened to it. I even messaged the buddy of mine that suggested the album and told him what was going on, and he congratulated me and thanked me for being faithful enough to try it. So if you're an RHCP fan, sorry that I don't fit into the category. God bless you. I'm glad you like them. If you've never heard this album, it's up to you if you want to listen to it or not. Don't take my disdain for it, or not disdain, my dislike for it as the indicator whether you will or not. But yeah, if you've never listened to it and you give it a listen, let me know what you think. If you're an RHCP fan and you think that there's another album I can listen to and it'll just drastically change my mind, let me know that too. But yeah, probably won't play this one again.